There you go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on. Oh. Oh yeah. Big old clap. All right, ready? 1, 2. We're gonna make some beer. That's right. Get a shot of this. Brooklyn Brew Shop. What up? This is not a paid advertisement, so don't think I need to hashtag this or anything. We're just gonna jump right in here. You'll notice it's a stout. That's because, you know, you might be asking yourself, Brian, why'd you go with a stout? Is stout your favorite? Is stout the best flavor to have? What's the deal with that? Stout is what I bought because stout was literally the only thing they had in stock, and I wanted to brew beer. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open this thing up. I have not opened this yet. Let's see what's up. Our 1 gallon jug. Oh, there's a doggo in the background. There's no instructions. So first of all, it says the pre-brew sanitize. Sanitization is very important, but it's nothing scary. I didn't think it was, guys. Blah, blah, blah. Sanitize. We're gonna do this. Sanitizer packet right here. You can see I've got my airlock, the cap, hose. I'm gonna assume those guys go together right there. Just says dissolve it in a gallon of water in a container. All right. Now we gotta find some containers. Hey, that'll work. Brooklyn Brew Shop, you didn't say what kind of container, so I'm gonna use this one just to be safe here. I'm gonna try to pinch off about half of this. Yeah, that's good enough. That's a good enough amount to take from them.
1 gallon jug.
You know what would probably be a better move for me to do is use my handy dandy 1 gallon jug over there.
Just to be safe.
Doesn't matter, we're good. All right, so dissolve the sanitizer in there. Save the second half for when we bottle. Cool. Soak everything I'm going to use. How do I know what I'm going to use? So let's just open this up. We know we're going to be using these things. We're going to put this down here in the sanitizer water. All right, so now the mash, the monster mash. During the mash, you are extracting all the sugars, color, and flavor you can from grain. You're basically just steeping grain in hot water. It's a lot like making oatmeal. Heat 2 quarts or 1.9 liters for those of you not in the United States, aka the rest of the world, using the metric system. Looking at you, USA. Let's go get our water boiling for the mash. It says heat 2 quarts of water, 4 cups in a quart. All right, it's gonna be 8 cups. All right, we gotta wait for water to boil. So what a better time to pop out nice little beer. Fitting. And then we can cut over to like, I'll jump up here. Hey, we got it. We're right on track. Let's do this. So during the mash, we got it to 160 degrees. Add the grain. It's called mashing in. All right, so grain. Nothing better than a sack of grain. That's what I always say. I mean, I'd eat that in the morning. Why not? Throw some milk on that. I can taste the sweetness in there. And the sweetness is gonna be great for making that nice stout beer. So you wanna check this out? You can check this out here. We got some stirring in the grains. Trying to get that done. And add this back in to make sure I maintain the right temperature. I guess we have an hour to kill. Hang tight, we're gonna do some stuff now.
What are we doing?
Okay, so I'm just needing to do this. So we've been heating this back here for an hour. This is going to be our wort. It smells kind of like oatmeal and cereal. Here's the deal. We're going to take that. We're going to set this up. We got the strainer over the pot. Carefully add this to the strainer. All right, guys. Wish me luck. Here we go. Pour this right in. I think I need a bigger strainer. I definitely need a bigger strainer. Anybody out there got a bigger strainer? This is a horrible idea. We got the grain in there. This is the wort. Slowly and evenly pour the water over the mash. This is not going to go well. Let's do it smartly here. So it says pour the entire 4 quarts evenly. So what we're doing right now, according to the instructions, we are extracting the sugars from this grain. All the molassesy looking liquid, that's what we're kind of straining out here. I'm going to be sitting in a little bit of the wort at the end. That's okay, because then I'll return to this pot and we'll be all right. One thing I am noticing is that it is locking in. The grains are kind of forming a solid bottom on this thing, so occasionally I'm having to stop. It's just kind of breaking that edge just a little bit. Letting the liquid go through. All right, I think we're good. Still draining, you can see a little bit of that. Look at that. Come in here and get a tight shot of this. This is really good, man. You can see all the oils and everything there from the different grains. So, let's see here. Can I pull just a little bit of this? Can I do this? All right, let's try this out. Why not? That is exactly as if sweet tea had a baby with oatmeal. Yeah. More on the sweet tea side, though. Definitely more on the sweet tea. All right. So we've been going through the process here. We got this starting to boil right now. It's just coming up. While that's finishing up, reaching a boil, I'm going to come over here because the next part of the instructions tells me that I'm going to add 1/4 of the hops at the very beginning, 1/4 of the hops at 30 minutes, 45, and the end. So we're going to open up our hops and yeast package here, and these are our hops. Kind of citrusy smelling. We've got our 4/4 of hops right there. Put this guy away. Let's check on our beer. Pretty soon we should have a good rolling boil going on here. We'll have to keep an eye on it, because like the instructions said, we don't want to boil off any of our additional sugars and end up losing a portion of our effectiveness, I guess, of the brew. All right. Starting to see a little roll in there. So here we go. So now we got to wait for 30 more minutes for this to boil. We're coming up here on the last 60-minute mark, so I'm going to shut my heat off, and I got my last bit of hops here that I'm going to pick up, and we're going to drop the last few in, shut that off. Let's go ahead and stir it. Adding the hops has definitely changed the smell of everything. I would imagine it's definitely changed the flavor of it. So then I need to take this whole thing, and I'm going to take this off of the heat, and I'm going to bring it over here and put it into an ice bath. Let's see how loud this whooshes. It's not bad. All right. We're going to let that cool down and get that down to about 70 degrees. So then that way we can put that right back into our big fermentation jug. So stick around. We'll be right here in the ice bath for a little bit.
Are you gonna put the frozen peas in there?
Good what?
You're gonna put the frozen peas?
Yeah, we can put peas in there. Make us a beer stew. That would be really good. So we'll take this, we're gonna bring it back over, so that way we can get ready to pour this into our fermentation jar. All right, so now one thing that it does not tell you on the box either is that you might actually benefit from having an extra set of hands around, because you're going to need to have your strainer, your funnel, and be pouring your beer. So if only I had an extra set of hands around here. Oh, hello hands. All right, so if you'll be so kind as to hold that, there you go, and then hold that on top. Thank you, hands. You are wonderful. All right, so we are going to go ahead and I'm going to pour this right into there. Just going to go ahead and go for it here. Why not? Hands, be steady. All right. Hands, you are so steady. All right, how are we doing on that 1 gallon line? Oh, we are on it. Let's just pour just a tiny bit more. All right, so now I've done that. Now it's going to, well, let's just go ahead and get rid of it. Thank you, Hands, I appreciate you. All right, we are up to the 1 gallon mark, and now it's time for our beer making yeast. Yeast is what the sugar is going to, or sugar is what the yeast is going to feed on and continue the fermentation process. And there's no tear strip on here. It's one of those fancy little packets. Here we go. Pour that all in. All right, and now I'm gonna take this, it says shake it vigorously.
Shake it vigorously.
Shake it, shake it, shake it. So there we go. Now comes the time for our sanitized screw top stopper. We attach that to the bottle. And we also have our hose here. So what we'll do, we take our topper, put this right on here, and then we're going to put our hose in just a little bit. We're going to take this and we're going to set it in a nice cool, dark area that is going to be away from sunlight. We've got a spot underneath the stairs here. I think that's where we're going to put this one. And
Oh my God. There wasn't this junk in here earlier.
all right, so this right here, we're going to slide that back. I will take our bowl of sanitizer water, set it right in front of that, and the tube end goes in there. This guy will stay right here for about the next 2 weeks, and we're going to have some beer. You are definitely going to want to speed map this, or speed ramp this, I mean.